bring ourselves onto a comfortable seated position. You may want to elevate your hips. You may want to stay cross-legged. You can just extend your legs. Whatever it is to feel comfortable in your body, just find it. And today we're going to take it really slowly and gently, just give ourselves a bit of a few poses, deep stretches. Sometimes to find the stillness and reconnect back to our breath is all we need in order to just reset and kind of get ourselves going. So we're going to open up with diaphragmatic breathing. So before we even begin, I'll just quickly explain. So I would like you to find your lower ribs, and then that's where you find kind of noticing your diaphragm. And then when you're inhaling, you will notice the expansion in your belly, and with exhalation, you notice the belly draws to the spine. And it will be just a tiny movement of expansion and then drawing the navel in. So we are just going to use the diaphragm here. We're not going to try to overthink it in terms of breathing through the chest. So as soon as your shoulders are moving and as soon as your chest is moving, that's when it comes to more of a chest breath rather than diaphragm breath. So we're going to be inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. So this will be our breath for this practice. So, but before we begin, get yourself fully settled. Get yourself maybe adjusted however you need to be. Maybe allow the hands to come on top of your knees, or you can even open your palms and connect your thumb and index fingers, finding your mudra. And then when you get there, just close your eyes if you have not done so already. And start slowly and gently bringing the awareness to your breath. Just a natural breathing. Finding the conscious inhale and exhale. And today I will ask you to try to keep your lips sealed on the exhalation. So we will really just use our nasals, so nasal breathing. Perhaps reconnect back to your intention if you have set yourself whilst practicing with me a while back. And you can always just reconnect. And try to really connect with the intention. Every breath you take will allow to soothe that nervous system. Take a last deep breath wherever you are. And we're going to slowly connect with our diaphragmic breath. So we're going to bring the hands below our lower ribs. So you can really observe the movement in your belly, in that diaphragm movement. So when you're ready, just take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through your nose. Breathe in and breathe out. You may notice that you may inhale and you expand as much as you can. And then that's your sign to find your exhale. And keep repeating this breath. Really notice the movement in the body. If your belly doesn't expand on the inhalation too much, that's okay. Just focus on the breath. Inhale and exhale. I would like you to continue at your own pace, but find 4 cycles of this breath. And when you've done your 4th cycle, just release. Take a deep breath in through nose and fully sigh out through your mouth. Now, if you're ready, slowly start opening into your eyes. Take your time. Give yourself a moment here. And let's slowly begin with our movement. We're going to bring our left arm up, bring it to your right ear, and we're going to slowly bring the head to your left shoulder, stretching to the side of the neck. And I would like you to really listen to your body in this practice. Really notice what you feel in every stretch we do today. With your next exhale, slowly lift your head back and release your arm all the way. We go to the opposite side. Bring your right hand to your left ear and bring the head to your right shoulder. And with your next exhale, slowly lift your head and release your arm all the way. Now we're going to find a bit of a twist. We're going to bring the right hand to your left knee, left hand behind the sit bone. But remember, we're still just slowly warming up, so we're not forcing the body into a deep twist. We're just finding a bit of a connection here. Take a breath. With your next exhale, come back to center. Let's go a few seated cat and cows. Bring the chest forward. You inhale and exhale, round your back, draw the navel to spine. And we go again. Inhale and exhale. Last two. And last one. Finding the extension, following with the flexion. And then find yourselves back to your neutral spine. Bring your left hand on top of your right knee, right hand behind the sit bone, and just find that gentle twist. And when you're ready, slowly find the center, release your twist, give yourself a bit of a release if you need to. And we're going to slowly find ourselves onto our fours. Make sure that you have a couple of blocks or books around if you need to reach for them. And let's slowly find ourselves onto our knees. And we're going to find ourselves in a puppy pose. However, you can bring the blocks in front of you. And this is where we may just use a bit of an opening in the shoulders. Bring your elbows on top of the blocks. Keep your hips nice and high. Bring the palms together and let your forehead to come all the way down if possible. Maybe just soften it with or support it with a cushion if you need to. Otherwise, allow yourself that nice shoulder and chest opening whilst your spine is extended. Take a breath in. And with control, slowly release your hands back. We're going to slowly lift ourselves all the way. Maybe slide the blocks on the side so they're not in the way. We're going to come back into your tabletop and reach your right arm to sky. You inhale. And reach ready under your left exhale. You can even wrap your left arm behind your back if that feels good. Take another breath. And with control, slowly release, bring yourself all the way back to the tabletop. Let's find ourselves back on the opposite side. Reach your left arm and thread under your right. Right arm can come behind your back. Exhale. Unbind, lift yourself all the way back towards the tabletop. Just give yourself a time here. There's no rush. Now let's slowly lower onto forearms and let's extend one leg at a time and find that lovely Sphinx pose. Releasing the pubic bone all the way down. Keep your elbows below your shoulders, pressing into the forearms and really notice the stimulation in your lower back. And you can take your feet a bit wider or keep them a bit closer. It doesn't really matter at this moment. You just find what's really comfortable. And really pressing into the forearms and just noticing your chest lifting and your spine opening. Try not to overthink it here. And remember to breathe. Breathe in through your nose, exhaling out through your nose, finding a beautiful connection with the breath. Take one more deep breath. And with your next exhale, slowly release the forehead, bring the hands below the shoulders, lift yourself all the way back to your tabletop. Take your time. Let's slowly open into our hips. Extend your left leg behind you, bend into your left knee, and let's slowly add a bit of a circulation, bringing the knee out and in. Slow circles. We're not rushing, we just slowly move in into the hip. We go 2 and 1. And on the last one, extend the leg behind you and slowly lower your toes. So you're tucking your toes towards your mat. So really try to send your hips back tiny bit. So you stretch at the back of the calf. It's like a gentle back and forth. You may notice it's a small movement really. Trying to give yourself a bit of a stretch there. So your toes are nice and tucked. Take one more inhale, and with exhale, slowly release. We're going to extend that left leg, lift it up, and send it outside of your left hand. Really find a bit of that nice slow lunge. Try to send your right knee a little bit further. So I like to tuck my right toes, lift my right knee tiny bit, and then send it a bit further. And now you've got that option to give yourself a few circles here, a few movements into the hip, however you want to circulate. Doesn't really matter, whatever feels good. You can even lower onto forearms if you feel that's what the body needs. Take another breath. And with the control, slowly find the stationary. Bring the right hand into ground. We're going to bring the left hand on top of your left thigh and bring your left foot on an edge. So we're opening into the hip and maybe taking the gaze over your left shoulder. Maybe close your eyes and observe the rhythm of your breath. Take another inhale. And with exhale, let's slowly release the foot back down, release the left hand back, push the ground away and send your left leg back to your tabletop. Let's go to the opposite side, extend your right leg behind you. Let's bend into your right knee and let's slowly find the circles, out and in for 4. And when you're ready, slowly extend the leg and again ground your toes and slowly start stretching into the calf. Again, just a small movement. So you're pressing into the hands, sending the weight back and then back forward. So we're going into slow motion, where you can even feel a tiny stretch in the calf. Take another breath. And with control, slowly find yourselves back to center, extending your right leg, lifting it up and sending the foot outside of your right hand. Let's find that low lunge. You can again just send the left knee a bit further to allow to open into your left hip flexor, opening into your right hip a bit more, and then add that circulation again, however it feels comfortable. We try not to force anything, we're just noticing what it feels like in a body. Take one more breath here, and then slowly let's find a stationary. Bring your right foot on the edge, so on the side, to allow to open into the hip, and bring the right hand on top of your thigh. Maybe take the gaze over your right shoulder. And again, maybe just close your eyes and just utilize the breath here. Really allow your hip to open with each out breath. And with your next exhale, slowly bring your foot back towards the earth. Push the ground away with the right hand and slowly send your right leg back towards the tabletop. Nice. Bring the big toes together, find the knees nice and wide. Let's find the child's pose, finding a bit of a reset here. Let your hips come closer to your feet, let your chest to sink to the earth. If you need a support below the forehead, slide the block under or cushion. Take 2 cycles of the breath. And when you're ready, slowly push the ground away, lift yourself back. And we're going to actually just adjust our knees and let's give ourselves just a bit of a downward dog. We're not going to stay there for too long, but we're going to tuck our toes and send your hips nice and high. And allow a bit of a movement into the body, in the back of your legs, really stretching in the hamstrings. You may want to bend into your knees. And then perhaps now, when you found a bit of that movement, let's allow to come into stationary. Really keep your gaze towards your big toes, grip the fingertips towards the earth, draw the belly button to spine, and really focus on broadening your shoulder blades, really noticing a bit of a protraction here. Connect with your breath. And when you're ready, just take a deep inhale for once more. And with exhale, slowly walking the hands to the back of your feet, so we're ending up at the back of your mat. Soften your knees here, roll over the thighs, find your fold, and just stay in a fold for a moment. At least 2 cycles of your breath, really noticing a softening in your knees. You don't have to have your legs straight to still feel a nice stretch. And when you have done your 2 cycles, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, very slowly lifting all the way up. Coming all the way into the standing. Roll your shoulders up and down a few times. Giving yourself a bit of a space. Pressing both feet towards the ground. Now, I want you to slowly press into your left foot, and we're going to lift our right leg. So we're going to find a bit of a balance. Take a breath in, and now we're going to step your foot forward. Now we're going to reach your right arm in front of you, and we're going to reverse the pyramid. What we would do usually to the front, we keep both feet to the front of the mat, and we're bringing the right arm over your head. Again, a nice release when it comes to your lower back, but we're also stretching into the hamstrings. Take another breath, and with control, slowly come back to your center. Rotate in the chest, soften into your right knee, and we're going to find a high lunge, but not a full-on high lunge. We just find a bit of a high lunge here. So you don't have to come all the way into it. So bend into the right knee, take a breath in. Reaching your arms to sky, you inhale, and cactus arms, we open, exhale. We go reach back to sky, inhale, and open cactus arms. We go 2 more, inhale, and exhale. Last one, and exhale. When you're ready, reach up to sky, bring the hands to your heart space, we exhale. Press into your right foot and slowly come into your mountain pose. Bringing your left foot forward, nice. Just breathe in, reach the arms to sky, inhale, and side bend to the left, we exhale. Back to center, inhale, side bend to the right, we exhale. Now slowly find yourselves back into the center. Take an inhale, and exhale, we fold. Roll from the top all the way to the earth. Halfway lift, elongating the spine, sending the hips back. And exhale, we fold. Now push the ground away and send your left and right into plank, but we're releasing the knees. We're not staying in any tension today. Now I want you to find yourselves with your hips nice and high, and let's find that Anahatasana, Apapi pose, bringing the hands in front of you, maybe to the corners of the mat, releasing your forehead down. Keep your chest open. And just find this beautiful pose, this beautiful opening. Take another deep breath in. And with your next exhale, slowly push the ground away, lift yourself up. Now lower onto the forearms when you're ready and slowly extend the legs. Find yourselves back to swings. We're going to stay in swings this time. We're going to take it into a bit more of a seal, where you bring the hands outside of the mat, perhaps ground your hands and push the ground away and lift the chest. So your arms a bit wider than usual. Really squeeze your sit bones. Really notice again the stimulation in your lower back. But opening the chest. Nice. Keep your breath flowing. Inhaling in through nose, exhaling out through your nose. Remember, sometimes you just need to find a bit of a stillness and catch the breath. Take one more inhale, and with exhale we slowly lower all the way down. Give yourself a bit of a moment of release. Bring the hands on top of each other. And let's just have a one cycle of breath here. And when we're ready, bring the hands below the shoulders. Lift yourself slowly up, tucking your toes and your hips high, downward dog. And again, just maybe add a bit of a movement into the feet or hamstrings, just giving yourself whatever you need. You can stay stationary. Take another deep breath. Let's find a stationary now, really noticing the breath, how it comes in and out. Really notice your chest opening with each out breath. Take one more inhale, and with your next exhale, slowly start walking the hands back to the back of the mat. Finding the fold just over your thighs. And when we're ready, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, we're lifting ourselves all the way back up. Take your time, roll your shoulders up and down. Give yourself a moment here. Press into your right foot, we're lifting your left leg. Just breathe, your spine is nice and long. And we're going to slowly step forward. Keep both feet at the ground. And let's slowly windmill that left arm and take it over your head. Take one more inhale, and with exhale, slowly come back to the center. And again, you just maybe step your foot one step forward, finding the bend into your left knee. Find that high lunge, keeping your right toe stacked. Your right leg is nice and empowered. And when you're ready, reach your arms to sky. Inhale, cactus arms we open. Exhale, reach back to sky. Inhale. And open, exhale. We go two more. Inhale, exhale. Last one, take a breath and open into cactus arms. And when you're ready, reach your arms to sky. Inhale, hands to your heart space. We exhale, pressing into your left foot, stepping your right foot forward. Come back to front of your mat. Nice. Just give yourself a moment here, pressing both feet to the earth. Really noticing the earth beneath you. Just breathe in and breathe out. Take another inhale. And with your next exhale, we're going to find a step back. So we're going to take a left leg back and we're rotating the foot like we would want to come into your warrior two, but we're going to straighten your right leg and we come into that wild-legged fold. So we're going to come into wider standing. So turn your right toes to the edge of the mat. Nice. And when you're ready, stay here. And then we're going to turn the toes to the corners of the mat and gently just soften into your knees. So dropping the tailbone towards the earth, finding the goddess pose. And when you're ready, reach your right arm to sky. And we're going to find a bit of a side bend to your left. So we're working with the spine as well as your hips. Take one more breath. And with exhale, slowly come back. Let's swap the sides. Take an inhale and side bend to the right. Take another deep inhale. And with control, slowly come back to your nice goddess. Straighten into your legs, turning the toes to the edges of your mat. And when you're ready, take an inhale. We're going to hinge forward from the hips. Very slow. You can soften your knees if it feels a little bit uncomfortable. And we're going to bring the hands towards the earth. You can bring it towards the mat or blocks, whatever you need. And now we're going to grab the earth. So you really grip the fingertips towards the mat or the floor. And we're going to slowly really lift the heels, lifting your hips, lifting on our toes, and then slowly release the heels back down. We go again. Inhale, lift. So you really notice the protraction in your shoulder blades as well. So you're rounding your upper back when you shift forward and release. We go 3 more. Lift. And we lower. We go 2. And we lower. Last one, inhale. And exhale, we lower. Now find yourselves grounded. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Take one more inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to slowly come back down towards the mat. So I want you to really press into your hands and slowly bring one knee at a time down. That's it. Yeah. And we're going to tuck our toes and gently just send your knees a little bit wider. And keep your feet below your knees, nice and flexed. So whatever you need. And then we lower onto forearms when we're ready, if we're not there already. So let's find a bit of a frog movement in our hips. So beautiful hip opening, also inner thighs. So when we're ready, we're going to find a bit of a movement, shifting forward. So we're going to slowly come forward. Doesn't matter how much forward you come, and then slowly send it back. Keep the breath flowing though. Inhale and exhale. So keeping the breath, noticing the sensation of the movement in your hips, in your inner thighs. Let's do 2 more. Forward and back. Forward and back. Now find yourselves back in center. Let's bring one foot in, second foot in, so big toes come close together. We slowly lift from the forearms, bring one knee in, second knee in, and untuck the toes and take a seat on your feet just for a moment here. Give yourself a bit of a release. If you need to do anything else, feel free to do so. Just give yourself a bit of a release. Take another breath. And with your next exhale, if you have your eyes closed, slowly release, open, and we're gonna bring the hips to the right side. So your knees nice and rested. And we're gonna go into a swan pose variation. So keep your left knee bent, right knee is bent. If you have any cushioning around you, feel free to use it for your right knee if it's pulling or lifting. And then we're going to rotate the chest towards that right knee. You take an inhale and we hinge forward and find your exhale. Sometimes we like to have some cushioning below the chest. Bring the hands on top of each other and then release the forehead on top. You can always stay higher if it feels uncomfortable to be lower down. Take a breath in. And with your next exhale, slowly start lifting the forehead, lifting yourself all the way back up. Now I would like you to slide your left leg in front of you. So we shimmy a little bit. So bring the left leg in front of you, keep your right foot at your left inner thigh. So opening into half of the hip. So take a deep breath in, inhale, and exhale, come forward. It doesn't matter how deep you go, just utilize the breath here. So you inhale, notice the navel draws towards the spine, and with exhale, hinging from the hips. Take another breath. And with your next exhale, slowly vertebra by vertebra, start lifting the spine, bringing the chest up. Invite your right knee in, bend into your left knee. Give yourself a bit of a hug. And when we're ready, we're going to slowly come to the opposite side. So this time, just drop your left knee and let's drop our right knee. That's it. So we're doing it on both sides. Rotating the chest to your left knee, and you know what's coming. You can just lower all the way down. You can stay higher. This is where we're finding that swan pose. Take another breath. And with your next exhale, let's slowly start coming all the way back up, really noticing the extension in your spine. And we're going to slowly bring your right leg forward. So keeping your left foot at your right inner thigh. And when we're ready, take a deep inhale. And with exhale, we hinge forward. Remember, this side may feel a little bit different, and that's okay.
Just use the breath as much as you can to allow your body to open. So inhale, draw the navel to spine. And with exhale, hinge forward. Take another deep breath. And with your next exhale, slowly start lifting yourself all the way back. Invite your left knee in, bend into your right knee, hug your knees in, whatever you need. And when we're ready, we're going to slowly come all the way down. So give yourself a time and space, roll yourself all the way down. And we're going to finish in happy baby, so bringing the knees over your hips, take the knees nice and wide. Grab your toes, your shins, your ankles, whatever you need. Maybe if you feel like stretching into the legs by extending into the legs, feel free. Just gently sway from side to side. Just stay there for a few breaths, just giving yourself a bit of a release. And when you get kind of ready, maybe release, maybe find the reclined butterfly, perhaps connecting the sole of the feet together, letting the knees fall out to sides. Or maybe you just feel like going straight into Shavasana and finding the stillness. Whatever pose you are choosing, just allow yourself to really settle into it. Allow yourself to find the stillness. Allow your shoulders to melt into the mat, let your spine to release. And I invite you to bring one hand to belly, one to chest. And really observe your breath. Observe its rhythm, observe its movement. Every time you inhale and every time you exhale.
Notice your chest and belly rising with each in-breath, and feel the release with each out-breath. And try to still continue with the nasal breathing where you're inhaling through nose, exhaling out through nose. What if you are never ready? What if this is as close to being ready that you will ever actually be? What if the biggest regret you have when you look back on your life is that you wasted time waiting to be better when you were already enough? What if the last thought you have when your life comes to an end is that you didn't do enough living whilst you could? My friend, this is it. This is your life right here, right now. Somebody somewhere went to sleep last night assuming tomorrow would be a new day. And it wasn't. The day is the day. Every day is the day. Life waits for no one. Seize the moment, seize the day. Dance, breathe, laugh, watch the sunset. Eat the cake. Put your bare feet on a cool grass. Be alive. Put your hand on your chest and feel that heartbeat pulsing through your body. That's all you need to be ready. That is truly all the purpose you ever really need. As you are alive. So live, breathe, and be. Take a deep breath in through your nose and fully sigh out through your mouth. Another deep inhale and release. Last deep breath and let go. Start slowly and gently bringing the movement back to the body. Your toes, your fingers, your shoulders, your facial muscles. Gently turn the head from side to side. And when you're ready, hug your knees to chest. Sway from side to side, massaging the spine, and roll yourself onto the right side for a moment. In this moment, just remind yourself what you are grateful for today. And when you're ready, push the ground away and slowly lift the heart off the ground, coming back to seated position of your choice. Bring the hands in front of your heart space. Let's honor our practice with one Om and three Shantis together. If you're joining, just take a deep breath in to prepare. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring the hands in between your eyebrows for kind thoughts, lips for kind words, and your heart for kind actions. I want you to know that you are beautiful, powerful, and strong. There's no space or distance between us. We are all one. Namaste.